Well, it's been a busy spring for the Museum of Flight. Right now, they're taking fashion to new heights with a new exhibit. It's called Runway to Runway.
It's a stylish look at the evolution of flight attendant uniforms, complete with bold designs, big names, and untold stories. I chatted with museum rep Ted Huetter about the history. Plus, he brought in a behind-the-scenes look. Thank you so much for coming back on ARC Seattle. We love having the Museum of Flight on the show.
I love being here.
Oh, thank you so much for saying that. So just tell us what inspired the idea behind Runway to Runway. What's the story behind this exhibit?
Well, the museum has one of the world's largest collections of flight attendant uniforms. We have over 400 uniforms. And we know that people love to see these things, and it was just kind of time to do that again. So we've taken selections and based it around the stories behind them. So it's not so much of just the uniforms, but it's also about the story of the flight attendants and the women and the designers behind them.
And I want to talk more about that in a second, but let's talk about what we have on display here. Talk about some of these standout pieces. Where do they come from? What are visitors going to be seeing?
Okay, well, today we're all sort of United Airlines.
Okay.
So I'm wearing, this is a male flight attendant uniform on the Aloha service, flights from San Francisco to Honolulu in the early 1970s. So the men wore a top like this. The women had a full skirt that was the same sort of floral pattern.
Nice.
And, but the exhibit shows how these designs kind of evolved through the years. So originally, flight attendants, you know, they were like nurses. They had they wanted to give kind of a strong military, almost matronly appearance. So the uniforms up until the 1950s kind of reflected that. And then this uniform kind of reflects the change that happened with the beginning of the jet age. So this is something from 1959. Wow. It was designed by someone named Raymond Loewy, who was a famous industrial designer of the 20th century. And this was sort of along the lines of his streamlined designs he designed railroad trains, cars, refrigerators. He brought in this sort of modern look. So they brought him in to design a new uniform that would match the jets in service. And it's not exactly a modern, you know, fashion statement, but it is a little more streamlined than the military look before. So you do see kind of a change into a new era of fashion on board.
A man of many talents. And I want to talk about what you're wearing too, because I love the scarf detail, and then I also noticed the bold color.
Oh, well, yeah. Here's what happened, though. In 1965, Braniff Airways, based in Texas, medium-sized airline, they were getting into the jet age as well, and they wanted to go big time. And the only way they could do that, they figured, is that we have to stand out from everybody else. So they decided they would embrace this new modern look like nobody else before. And they had designers. They had Pucci design the uniforms. They had the interiors designed by the best designers. The planes were designed in such a way, painted in such a way that they were bold colors, bright designs, and that's what started it all. So 1965 is when this started, and then by around 1967, 68, all the airlines were jumping on board with this modern look. And what Ashley here is wearing reflects that.
What would you say about all of these different eras? What does it say about the times we were in, both culturally and socially? You talk about having a more modern look, and then before that, it was the more like militant look. What does that say about the times back then?
Well, it really showed how people were beginning to travel in no way before. That just can't be compared to previous times. Up until the 1960s, most people traveled by train, buses, cars, things like that. So air travel was something brand new, and they wanted people to feel comfortable and to feel like this is a new experience for them. And also, instead of just attracting businessmen and wealthy people, they wanted to attract families and women travelers especially. And the new fashions, that would reflect what was happening, you know, in Paris, in London,
Right.
in New York, was another way to address that. So not only, you know, sexy designs for the men, but it was also something that the women wanted to wear. They
Yeah.
wanted to see these new designs because this is what was happening at the time. And things like this reflect that.
Yes.
They hired the best designers. This is Jean-Louis. The uniform right next to Ashley here, also from Jean-Louis. It was sort of a line that reflected the mod mini skirt that
Okay.
was popular
Yes,
in the late 1960s, the London Chelsea look. And we've got a number of uniforms that reflect that style
I'm loving it.
Runway to Runway.
Loving the 60s fashion. And Runway to Runway, this is going to be an exhibit up until January of next year, so people
Right.
have plenty of time to
Plenty
go
of
and
time.
check it out. What do you hope visitors take away after visiting?
Well, we hope they have some fun.
Yes.
Of course, because they can also do that. They
Yeah.
can learn how to tie a scarf, for example. We have
That's awesome.
we have scarves available there and instructions so you can figure it out yourself. Something I need to learn how to do because I'm just a mess when it comes to tying a scarf. But you know, I hope that people just have a good time enjoying this. And along the way, they're probably going to learn something about the women at that time, and some of the men, as male flight attendants started to come into service in the 1970s.
They're such an important part
Yeah.
of history, and they
yeah.
do so much, you know. We talk about air travel all the time, and certainly can't do it without our flight attendants, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on the show, both of
Thank
you, and
you.
for bringing in all these displays for us. I love the male flight attendant floral top.
Makes me want to go to Hawaii.
Same.